You were alluding to the budget that's coming out at the end of next week, which is something that I'm also working on and anticipating. It will be my first budget as well as a new MP. Very exciting.
It's a great process to go through because it's once it happens at the end of May every year in New Zealand, and we actually would normally start working on it almost in September the year before. Of course, we were forming a government, and we'd really had to go, and we've inherited a very unstable situation, so we've had to get really clear about where we are financially, what's the state of the books, and so we've worked our way through all of that. But look, what we're trying to do is three things. One is we have to end the wasteful spending in Wellington because there's been so much money that the government's been spending, but often on really dumb projects that aren't getting a return. And that spending's not helping New Zealanders get the better outcomes that they expect to see. So we've got to get really clear on that. The second thing is we know we want to spend more money on health and education and law and order and disabilities, but we want to make sure that that money is being really well spent. So it's not just about putting more money in, it's actually about what you do with that money and how you get value for that money and value for that spending, and you make the quality of that spending really good. So you'll see some of that. And the third thing, which we've talked a lot about, is we want to give tax relief to people because essentially for 14 years now there's been no tax relief whatsoever. And at the same time, inflation's gone up over 40%. So you may have had a pay increase, but then your pay increase throws you into a higher tax bracket, and you still can't get ahead. So we want people to have that money in their own pocket, and then they can save it, they can spend it if they see fit to navigate that cost of living. So they're the three big things, and obviously getting us on a pathway for good investments in infrastructure and making sure that we can grow the country going forward. But it's going to be about making sure we have good financial disciplined management each and every day, every week, every year. In the same way that families have actually been tightening their belts, and you think about businesses that have been tightening their belts, well, government needs to do the same thing, and so that's what we're trying to do.